Sagittarius. Spirit is watching what you're doing right now very intently with a sense of awe and reverence. And more than that, Spirit, the universe itself, is backing what you're doing. So it's not just your life force energy that's pouring into your creations. It's Spirit's. It's life itself pouring its energy into your creations. Because you have arrived at a point where you are so clear and connected to the truth of who you are, that embodiment of truth radiates like a beacon, and Spirit knows truth when it sees it. It cannot help but be drawn to you. It cannot help but focus on you and back your creation, which is an extension of your clear, authentic embodiment, right? The oracle cards that have come forward for you are number 22, the old ones. Keyword is honoring. Yeah, this is Spirit, your guides, your ancestors, maybe even parts of yourself, however you want to think about it. Maybe versions of you from past lives, whatever you resonate with. To me, this is just the unseen backing you completely. It's almost like in witnessing you, they feed you their energy. So it's not just you. It's not just you trying really, really hard to make something happen. You are not alone. You are not alone. You have literally infinite energy to draw from in order to create what you want right now. Number 42, magical tools. Keyword is magnification. I see this almost as your workbench, either literally or just symbolically. This is your sacred space where you pour your focus, your intention, your authentic energies, your love. You just pour all of yourself into this sacred space in order to create something. And I really feel like you are creating something physical, something very, very tangible right now. This is not just in the ethers or in your aura, like you're playing energetically with maybe someday creating something. No. In the 3D, you're already aligned energetically. And so now in the 3D, you're creating an expression of that alignment, right? Hopefully that makes sense. And that's I think part of why Spirit is so invested in what you're creating right now, because you're really living. You're really living. You're not hiding anymore. You're not even necessarily in this energy of preparation. In some ways you might be, because I think ultimately what is coming to you is immense levels of abundance. So maybe you could argue you're still kind of preparing for this ultimate manifestation, but it just feels like you're in it now. You are fully showing up, you're playing the game. You're not hiding anymore. And that sort of like getting your hands dirty in the real life of creation, Spirit loves that. That's part of why Spirit is so focused on backing you right now. At the bottom of the deck is number 34, Sabbats. Keyword is celebration. There is this energy of celebration that Spirit feels towards you. And I think it would be a good idea for you to celebrate yourself as well. See you the way that Spirit sees you. You're incredible. You did not arrive at this level of authentic embodiment by accident. It was not by accident. You've moved through this entire wheel of the year. You could say you've moved through cycle after cycle after cycle of various experiences, deep inner work phases, I'm hearing. Well, I'm hearing sessions. Well, that's interesting. Okay. But you have accumulated so much wisdom through lived experience, right? And so, in a way, you could say you've earned the capacity to create what you're creating right now. I know that the words earned and deserving are kind of sketchy to use, but that's really what I'm feeling. You do earn the ability to create what you create in a way through moving through the lived experiences that prepare you for it. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Let's go into tarot here. I am using the classic Rider-Waite-Smith for you. Where do we go from here, Spirit? Ooh, I just got chills all through my whole body. Yeah, I saw that. The Empress just flashed there. I saw the yellow. Yeah, Empress at the bottom of the deck. Talk about creation energy. Well, yeah, I mean, to truly create something is to birth something. This kind of came up in the last collective reading that I gave, which was all about the labor pains of creation, right? But I feel like when I look at this Empress card, it's almost like you've given birth before. You've already done this. And I don't mean literally, although some of you, I'm sure, literally have given birth. I mean to creations, right? You've already experienced this creation, birthing process in some way. It's almost like you've arrived at the point that you are an experienced channel. You are an experienced channel. Again, you've earned this status through experience. So now it almost just feels like the stage that you're at now is more so about owning who you are, like mentally and emotionally accepting that you are the Empress. You've already arrived. It's like, in a way, you already are who you've always wanted to be. And now it's just a moment of like celebrating yourself in such a way that it really registers in your system that you're doing it. You are divine incarnate. You're here, right? Okay. What else wants to come through, Spirit? What else do you want to say? Anything else you want to say to Sagittarius at this time? Yep, the Chariot. So immediately with these two cards having, so much yellow in them, I can't help but think of the solar plexus. Yes, your sense of self. Fully embodied divine ego. That's it. That's it. This is just completely blowing up that age-old misconception that in order to be enlightened or ascended or whatever, you have to abandon your ego and kill it off. No. You are proving that the opposite is true. Your sense of self has, in fact, never been this strong. It has never been this strong. And it is because of that that you're awakening. Yep. Chariot is like laser focus. You are laser focused on what you want to bring to life. No one can distract you. And I feel like Spirit is really wanting me to... Dang, I just keep getting waves of chills. Spirit is really wanting me to emphasize this message of keep on keeping on. It's the energy of keep on keeping on. staying focused, staying in your lane, continuing to pour your energy into the same thing over and over and over again, day in and day out. This is what creates life. Yeah. Yep. This is the path of mastery. This is the path of mastery. Doing the same thing day in and day out, you could look at it, or somebody could misinterpret that as being robotic and not being connected, right? You're just running on autopilot. That's not the case right now. That's not the case right now. You doing the same things, kind of, more or less, over and over again every single day, that's you practicing your craft. That's you feeding energy into what you're creating. That's alignment. It's like if you were growing a plant, right? In theory, hypothetically, just as a random example, if you want to grow a plant, you gotta water it consistently. You gotta give it nutrients and sunshine consistently. Not just one time, not just when you feel like it, not just when the mood strikes. Every day. Every day. Yeah, Spirit is saying, keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Wow. Oh boy. Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay, I'm hearing go into the challenge. Okay, what's the primary challenge that Sagittarius is facing? Oh, I was gonna say, I completely forgot about this until this very second. When I first connected with your energy, right when I pulled the first oracle card earlier, I saw a chipmunk. In my mind's eye, I don't know what the spiritual symbolism of a chipmunk is. I've never gotten that one before, actually, so I'm not sure off the top of my head what that symbolizes, but I'm super curious to go give it a Google search after I finish recording. Okay, 8 of Swords as the challenge. That's a challenge, all right. Hang on. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I just feel like the challenge for you right now is to accept or see that the abundance you've always wanted is already here. The seed has already been planted. It has already dropped roots. It is already moving towards the soil surface, right? It's already happening. The abundance is already here underground. You may not see with your physical eyes the completion point yet of the manifestation, but that doesn't mean it's not unfolding as we speak. So there's kind of there's an asking here for you to practice trust, but it's not blind trust. It's not blind trust. Spirit just wants you to believe enough in yourself to see that you're really doing whatever you're trying to do. Let's go into the advice. That'll clarify things a little bit more. It's like Spirit is saying, take off that blindfold and see the truth for what it is. You're already in Queen of Pentacles energy. And also, true abundance takes time. So just because, again, you're not at this gigantic finale completion point of the creation doesn't mean it's not going to come. The opposite of abundance would be, for example, I'm sure you've heard this before, examples like this, where people win the lottery, you know, they win like millions of dollars overnight, but then their life turns out way worse than it ever was, and they like lose it all and wish they had never won the lottery. Like, that's false abundance. That sort of instantaneous manifestation, like, that's ungrounded. That is a setup for a tower card moment. But in society, we see people who were shown, you know, on social media and on TV and all around us, were shown people who are at the peak, or people who just got lucky, like they won the lottery, and it kind of builds this misunderstanding around what true abundance actually is, which is something that takes time. Okay, what's the advice? Time and consistently showing up. Just keep showing up. Advice for Sagittarius. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Puzzle pieces are moving that are so far outside of your need to control. I was going to say your ability to control, which is also accurate, but that's not what the focus is here. This is about surrendering to the non-physical assistance that is backing you at this time, trusting it. And also with the Wheel of Fortune, there's advice here about letting time pass. Like, time passing is almost an ingredient of creation itself. Sometimes you just need to keep your head down, you know, symbolically, keep your head down, keep in your lane, stay focused, keep showing up, and just let time pass, because time is an alchemical ingredient of manifestation, at least in the 3D, which is where we live. Wow, 2 of Pentacles. Again, time passing. This is time passing. The High Priestess. You know this. It's like you already know this, and hopefully this message is just, I'm hearing like flushing out your intuitive knowing and helping you to feel more concretely connected to like the knowing in your soul, I would say. Something about finding a center point, finding the center point. Well, you're dancing. You're dancing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The synchronicities here are just unbelievable to me. There's too many for me to even explain. You're finding true creation is this center point between action and non-action. Surrendering to life, creating life. Movement, non-movement, right? Flowing between polarity. That's what allows you to find balance. And it is out of that center point of balance that life births and blooms. So keep dancing. Keep dancing. It requires an incredible level of attunement to meet the moment and what is being asked of you. Again, just to conclude here, there's something about repetition. Repetition does not equal checking out and doing something on autopilot. Actually, when in alignment, repetition is mastery, and that repetition allows you to hone your presence. Okay? All right, let's go into a journal prompt for you. Journal prompt for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. What are you mastering right now? Well, I feel like whatever physical thing you are creating, potentially the physical thing you're mastering, maybe it's a skill or something like that. It's like through the creation, the mastering of the creation itself, you're mastering yourself. The two go hand in hand. Journal prompt for Sag. Number 40. What do you need to surrender to? And why haven't you yet? Brings me right back to the challenge. 8 of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. What do you need to surrender to, and why haven't you yet? You need to surrender to the fact that you're the Empress. You are the Empress. You are the Queen of Pentacles. Right now, today. So you've already become who you need to be to create the life of your dreams. Can you surrender to that? What would it be like to surrender to that knowing? Think about this question for yourself. See where it takes you. Now let's get a closing message from Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. Closing message for Sagittarius, Spirit. I'm seeing cherries, like, well, yeah, like the food. Closing message for Sagittarius. The flower hyacinth is also coming through. Oh. Earth. And look, it's a seed. It's a seed inside of a heart that has burst. The roots have dropped. The little sprout is sprouting. Your abundance is growing. Let's see what the guidebook says. While our bodies contain all of the elements, we most closely resonate with Earth. But we are more than jars of clay. We are spirits in residence. In connecting with Earth, we recognize our potential for growth on multiple levels. We might start small, like the acorn, but we too can grow tall, mighty, and strong, capable of being a beacon of inspiration to others. You're certainly a beacon to spirit right now. We can lend our strength so that others may have support. Having a heart of earth can represent being opaque or mysterious, garden-natured, supportive, resistant to change, or grounded. Keywords are growth-oriented, rooted, and land. When you walk, kiss the earth with your feet. This means to move about the world with care, consideration, kindness, and intent. When we stomp and crash around, we risk injuring not only ourselves but others as well. Respect the spirits of place and those whose bones lie beneath your feet. Ancestor energy for sure. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius. I think that's beautiful confirmation that you are fully embodied. You are divine spirit embodied, walking this earth, and you've earned the abundance that is growing. It is arriving now, and it will only continue to arrive in bigger and bigger ways. Okay, Sag, Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you, and I'll be putting this journal prompt in the description box as well as several others to help you integrate everything and just take your inner work a little bit deeper. So be sure to check those out. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.